Most of you are probably familiar with Jules Verne, the author of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Around the World in 80 Days. But I think his most Catholic work of fiction is actually Master Zacharias, written in 1854. It's a story about a Swiss watchmaker in Geneva who sold his soul to the devil so that men of science would revere him for his clockwork masterpieces. The only catch was that when the last clock would stop ticking, his heart would stop beating. The townspeople were wondering if this strange old man really was in league with the devil, and some defended him, saying that he even built the enormous clock for the Cathedral of St. Pierre. How could a man who devoted so much time to the church be evil? But it was because he was doing it for the wrong reason. He was doing it for love of fame and the glory of scientific achievement. Science to him was everything, and by creating the watches that would seemingly tick forever, he was basically playing God. His daughter, Gironde, dragged him to the Cathedral of St. Pierre for Sunday Mass. She thought that it might give some vitality to his dying soul. Then when the church clock that he had built suddenly stopped ticking right before 12 noon, Master Zacharias suffered a sort of heart attack and collapsed to the floor, though he eventually recovered, but his heart was never the same after that. Then all of the clocks and watches he had made started to lose time and eventually stopped altogether. When a watch would stop, his heart would murmur, driving him into a frenzy because he knew that the end was near. But it was then that he remembered that there was one last clock hidden away in a mysterious mansion in the Alps, and he dashed off to find it through the wintry blizzard like a madman. When he found the clock, he discovered that he actually had sold it to the devil himself in disguise all those years ago. It's a tragic story, for he frantically wound the clock up so tight that the springs burst asunder. As he took his last breath, hopefully he repented of the vain things he had done in his life, as these words appeared on the silver clock face. "Whoever shall attempt to make himself the equal of God shall be forever damned." It is believed that the prayers of his pious daughter made him repent of his sins at the last moment. It's very sad, and it was meant to critique the science is everything dogma in Jules Verne's time. When the Titanic was built, people had this same rebellious spirit, saying that not even God could sink this ship, and we all know how that played out.